You know what it is, you know what it ain't. It's your boy Fly Shade Ray. You know my name, you know my gang, and I'm doing what I usually do, talking that talk. But actually, this is Fly Shade Ray TV. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not talk that talk. Talk that talk is still something that I do, but it's gonna be something that I do differently. I'll just actually say that. But this is Fly Shade Ray TV. This is a little bit different. This is more me. This is not the interview type of thing, man. This is what I do. This is me, basically. But um, yeah, actually, it feels good to be back. Hearing my voice, obviously, in these headphones. Maybe I might lose the headphones later, sooner than later. I think that I'm gonna keep the shades on and shit. I think that's just me. I mean, that's Ray. That's actually how I got that name. So that's a whole different. I think I have to keep the shades. I think that's something that's definitely who I am. But yeah, I'm definitely happy to be back. Long time waiting. Got me some good drink. Hold up. And I actually typically don't even be usually drinking no hard liquor like that unless it been tequila lately. My lady, she like tequila. Actually, what happened was her and her friends just turned me out to tequila. They ran a tequila train on me, actually, but that's basically what happened. And I've been drinking tequila ever since. But tonight I was with with my cousin actually, but we was drinking on some VSOP Hennessy. And I came home and I ain't had nothing to sip on, so I ended up getting something else, some other cognac. But anyway, what was I saying all that to say? Uh, I don't even know actually, but it don't even matter. But update actually. Since I haven't been here, since I haven't been, talking that talk or doing anything and that was remotely to keep you up with my life. If you had been here with the little bits of things that I put on Instagram, Facebook, stuff like that, I recently had a kid. I had a son. His name is Asar, Zaire Chester, actually, to be exact. Putting his government out there already. You don't even it ain't even no picture on the internet of him right now, and I didn't just put his fucking government name out there. But all right, but it's man. I don't even know what to say. I mean, I'm trying to start a conversation about the birth, fatherhood. I don't even know what to say really because it's just, man, wow. So, uh, where the fuck do I begin, man? I mean, man, wow. Cause I mean, it's like the pregnancy was honestly fun. I would say myself. I mean, I don't know if Nicole would say that because she had to go through it. I didn't. My stomach didn't get big, or I didn't gain no weight or nothing like that. I might have lost weight, shit, fucking with my little ass. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was definitely fun for me just seeing the whole process of nothing becoming a something. I mean, it's a miracle. I mean, it's literally a miracle that we see, that we experience. So it's something that, I mean, from a man's point of view, it's something that every man need to be in awe of, appreciative of their woman more. Not to say that they aren't, but just more. I mean, it's literally a situation where you have a appreciation for women more after you experience watching her create life, because no matter what man you are, your mother, you came from a mother. Your mother went through what you just seen your woman went through. So it's just it's it is what it is. I mean, people better stop playing with these women. That's how I just say that. And women, y'all better stop having too much of a big head too, because I said that and I mean that, but don't take that too far now. I know how y'all like to do and shit, but for sure, women, y'all are who y'all say y'all are, but don't say it too much. Don't, yeah. But Yeah, so it's just the whole experience was amazing as far as the pregnancy again, and then the the water breaking, that was cool as well. Obviously I never experienced it. Nicole, she does have a daughter, Mookie, that she's 12, but prior to that, she her water didn't break then, so she never experienced this part of it, and it was new for her as well. But that happening was, I mean, that was kind of fun. That was exciting. I definitely can say that. I definitely kept my cool. I gotta definitely do that. Got to step up to the plate when the time come. I'll give y'all a funny story. What happened to the epidural, but just wait for that. But I definitely kept my cool, and it was probably about 12 something in the morning, like 12 a.m. Oh, well, it was past 12 a.m. But I think I had just came in the house from somewhere, or I might have just came from smoking in the living room or smoking outside. I don't really know. I just know that I remember coming in the room and she was like, I think my water just broke. Half sleep, mind you. She's fucking crust in her eyes. I could smell her morning breath when I opened the door. but, but yeah, I mean, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, she got up when she said that. I didn't know, unbeknownst to me. I think that's what you're supposed to say. If it ain't cool, fuck it. If it is, in the comments or wherever you listening to this at, or if you see me out, just let me know that I didn't say this right. But unbeknownst to me, she actually woke up and was wet at the time, and thought that she peed herself. But when she got up, when I walked in, that's when she actually got up, if I'm not mistaken, went to the bathroom, and then that's when she realized, like, oh shit, I said that I think my water broke, but no, my shit is broke now. So we went to the hospital at the time, went there, and we probably, not exactly for sure how long, but we end up having she ended up having to get an emergency C-section. Little situation happened, but everything ended up being okay. I getting to the epidural situation, actually, before I'm trying to jump and skip. Look at me. I ain't trying to tell an embarrassing story because I want to skip and jump and shit. But hold up. So I'm I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. It actually, what I'm trying to think about actually don't even matter. Let me just get to the epidural story. So the anesthesiologist comes in the room, whatever. Got a big long ass needle. I'm standing in front of Nicole. Nicole tells me the first time she had Mookie or whatever. Not the first time she had Mookie, like she had her a second time. But the first time she went through pregnancy, they made everybody get out of the room when the epidural was administered. And at this time, they didn't say anything to me, honestly. I just went in front of her. I held her hand. I mean, I've seen everything. I watched everything. So, so the point where when it's just so hard for I'm trying to describe it and not make it so indescribable, actually, but I'll just do my best. But so I'm in front of her, I'm holding her hands, and the moment the needle goes in, it's a feeling that overcomes my body, that feel as though that what I'm experiencing, what I am seeing, what she's experiencing is not correct. It's not right. This isn't supposed to be happening. And I to speed that small portion up, because I mean things happen in between that, as far as her telling the anesthesiologist that her legs were hurting and things like that. That made me even more frantic and scared, Frank, to be honest. I mean, that's exactly what I was. I was afraid as well, but it was more so the fact that I wasn't able to help her when I felt as though that I should help her, because again, the whole entire time I'm not even I'm not thinking that what I'm experiencing, what she experiencing, what I'm seeing is supposed to be happening. Like, I feel like that, like, it's wrong. Like, you ever been in a situation where you get a chill and it's like, nah, I might need to rethink going through this door, or I don't need to get in this car today. And then you come to find out the friends that you was getting in that car with, they end up getting in an accident or some shit like that, or they end up getting shot at, or some crazy shit like that. Because I mean, that's even happened to me as well, where I was supposed to be with my brothers, cousins, and friends, and instead I went and chilled with my girlfriend at the time. And that same night, I ended up getting a phone call that they got shot at. And to be frank, it's no way that none of them at the time, and then the bullet holes that were left, behind, it's no way that they shouldn't have got shot. And I'm pretty sure if it was one more person on that porch, somebody would have got shot. I ain't saying it would have been me, but I'm saying somebody would have got shot. Because there's no way that nobody should have got shot that time. So it's plenty of times where that does happen, but this was one of those times. But I just got a bad feeling. And so the whole process is finishing up, and I'm getting so hot. I start sweating. I take off my hoodie. I'm in my head, I'm like, oh shit, like I'm just starting to panic, basically. So I walk out the room, and the nurses see me, and I don't even know the look that I had on my face, but whatever look that I had on my face, the nurses looked at me and said, nah, that ain't right. So they were like, you okay? And I'm like, nah. I'm like, actually, no, I'm not. And they was like, do you think you're gonna pass out? And I knew I wasn't gonna pass out, but I just told them yeah at the time, because I just felt as though that I needed help and I wanted help. So I'm like, shit, yeah. I think I'm about to die right now. I mean, yeah. I think about to lose a kidney now. But so I got the help, and then I walked back in the room. They gave me some graham crackers and orange juice. So I walked back in the room, and Nicole was fucking confused, because she's like, where the fuck did you go? And how the fuck did you come back with orange juice and graham crackers? I think it was orange juice. I'm not for sure. It was some type of fruit juice, but it might have been apple juice. But so she's like, what happened? So the nurses come, I think they end up coming in behind me or something, or I forgot how the message got relayed, where they was like, yeah, we seen him, and he walked out, and he looked like he was about to pass out. We just had to save him. I mean, they didn't say all that or nothing like that, but I'm pretty sure they felt like that. But because they wasn't doing shit behind the computer, open the door all day. They ain't. I don't even know if they've been sitting on checking no patients or something. I don't know. Some of the nurses were, but the ones that I'm talking about, I every time I seen them, they were at where they were at when they helped me sitting down. So I don't know. But yeah, that's what happened with the epidural. She ended up having to get emergency C-section. I said all of that to get to there. That she ended up having to have emergency C-section, and that that didn't freak me out, honestly. I mean, I'm really not a squeamish person. That just the whole epidural situation was more something different. Again, I was more panicking because I just felt helpless. I felt like I couldn't help the woman that I, swore to protect, to myself. So it was just it was a bit much for me with that. I wanted to fucking strangle the anesthesiologist, to be honest with you. Like, it was just, I don't know. It was definitely a different and weird situation, because I never had a panic attack. That was my first panic attack, and man, yeah. I don't want to experience any part of that ever again, honestly. But I mean, I'm sitting up here saying that, and not asking Nicole tonight, does she want to have another kid? What the fuck am I talking about? But anyway, uh, yeah. So the C-section. So I get my scrubs on and shit like that. I end up going take my pictures and I took my little selfies and shit like that. I'm like, oh shit, I'm looking cool, looking like I'm on the, I did my thing and shit. Went put in portrait mode for about 4 or 5 flicks, But I went and sat in this little room where I was taking those pictures at. They had her prepping her in the operating room or delivery room, I should say. And I sat there, wait there, until somebody came and got me. The one of the nurses came and got me, or it might have been an anesthesiologist. I'm not for sure. It don't matter who the hell it was. Somebody came and got me. Somebody in one of them blue outfits came and got me. So they came and got me, or purple, and I go in the room. They had a seat next to Nicole's head. They had from her neck down, covered from her. You can look up and see basically sort of like a mirror. It was like a reflection that you could see if she cared to see. She didn't want to look, which I completely understand. But they getting everything prepared. They cutting her open. They splitting her open. And the anesthesiologist comes to me. He said, they're gonna pull her out, pull your son out in a few. Do you want to see? And I'm like, what you mean? What the fuck? Just because I had to have a few graham crackers because of the damn epidural don't mean I can't watch this shit. So I told y'all motherfuckers I wasn't squeamish, but I scared him a little bit, and I had to have some graham crackers and orange juice to in a few seats down, but a few minutes down or whatever the fuck I was trying to say, but it was I'm like, yeah. So he was like, all right, I'll let you know. So a couple seconds really went by, and then he comes back and he goes, yeah, go ahead and stand up if you want to look. So I stand up, I look, and it was just, honestly, like some shit I seen off the movie. It was, well, not a movie, but really like TV, like some TLC shit. Something that you see off that type of stuff. Some TLC. I think that would be the correct TV channel. What was them like them trauma TV shows used to come on? My mom used to watch that shit back when I was a kid. The little trauma TV shows where they used to had crazy. It was just trauma. That's basically what it was. Like it was a hospital, and it was like literally real people was getting in car accidents, getting shot. They was taking them to the trauma high. That was on TLC, right? But they also used to have like pregnancy stuff on there too. I think I ain't for sure, but either way, it was just like that. It was literally just exactly how I seen it on those type of videos, and how I seen it on Twitter. They put anything on Twitter, from fucking porn to childbirth. They put those type of videos on Twitter, so I've seen those type of videos on there as well. And it was just like that. Man, I seen it. My son his head came out perfect because he didn't had to go through the vaginal canal. He didn't have to go through that part good, and I'm happy with that because he had to shape his head. He had to wear one of them little safety helmets that I be seeing kids wearing shit. Which I don't know. They look like they be played in 1924 football game. They played in Super Bowl I. That's what it looked like. But I'm glad that he didn't have to wear that Green Bay Packer helmet. But but it's just when they pulled them out and stuff, it was just I don't know. It was I didn't cry at the time. I ended up crying later. After he was a month year old. It took me a whole month to realize that it was my fucking son. I don't know why it took me that long, but it just took me a whole month. But I'll get to that also. But at the time, yeah, they pulled him out. Of course they wiped him off. They didn't have to spank him. My boy came out crying. He came out ready to fight the world, and they took him behind us, put him on the scale. He weighed 8 pounds. I think he was born on January 11th, 2021 at 2:34 p.m. if I'm not mistaken. That's exactly what it was. Ain't that right? See, yeah, that's right. So yeah, uh yeah, I mean, and then we end up only staying in the hospital probably about a day after that. Then after that, we end up coming home, and I mean, it was her first C-section, and then, I mean, obviously mine too. I mean, I didn't have to go through it, but just it was my first time having to, help with that, or even, I mean, because the whole time I really I didn't know what to expect for real. I mean, obviously, I prefer for her to not have to have a surgical procedure to deliver our son, but I mean, things happen the way they happen, and I guess for a reason. That's what they say. Especially if you're religious, you say that. God don't do nothing for no reason now. But yeah, so that was my grandma's voice, my actual grandma. But uh, yeah. So I mean, now fast forward. The first time I actually cried, he was just, he was just sitting on my chest, and he just looked up and smiled at me, and it just broke me into pieces. It really did. It really did. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, of course, during the childbirth, I did expect to cry, but I didn't. And then maybe because I went through my whole panic attack with the epidural, I was just still in shock. Maybe, I don't know. I'm honestly, I'm not even 100% for sure, to be frank. But I mean, it ended up happening later. It happened. I'm glad that it did happen, because if it didn't happen, I was gonna wonder if I had a heart knot, or I don't know. Because I mean, what person doesn't shed some tears of joy on when they see they seeds, man? I mean, you have to. I mean, it's definitely tears of joy. What did you do to deserve this? Like my boy Ross said, man, Volcaron on my wrist a year ago, I didn't even know them bitches exist. $250,000 for the motherfucker. Yeah, yeah. But yeah. That's pretty much. I mean, new kid. I mean, fatherhood is. I mean, it's just beginning. So I mean, I really don't. I ain't experienced shit for real. I mean, it's nice seeing him advance. I mean, learning and lifting his head up. I see him controlling his eyes. He trying to talk with certain he he just he experienced in life, but he's trying to talk and whatnot. And I mean, not like physically, like actually trying to say sentence, but you know how they do, that type of shit. But he's doing it, and it's not any whining sounds. It's he's doing that on purpose. I mean, that's his way of fake communicating. And I actually wonder what the hell they be thinking when they be saying, and well, not saying, them, trying to express themselves. I mean, it's like, because every time he be doing it, he has this look, his puzzled look on his face, as if like you can tell he's trying. You can tell he's actually like trying to say something, and then he go like it, like that, cause and then it's like he only makes those type of sounds because it's so much of a struggle trying to say something. He's so tired at the attempt of saying something, he only can say That's exactly what it is, yo. And then he'd say, I guess that's the good times where it's like, all right, I ain't struggled that much, but I did struggle. But yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like, though. It sounds like he was it looks like he's struggling to think, and then I know he ain't saying anything. So it's like he's so tired from trying to think about trying how to speak. He just tired. He just and I do it back, and then we have a whole contest, and then it's just it's all it's cool. And actually while I was thinking about that just now, while I was saying that, I was thinking about me listening to I get Joey Diaz, the comedian, his podcast, Joey's Joint. I think that's what it's called. I was listening to it on iTunes or Spotify, one of the two. I don't fucking know. Today, and he was talking about. Uh, he was like, "You guys, I'm gonna pull on your heartstrings." I can't really do an impersonation because I forgot how I actually sound, but he sounds like a Cuban, New Jersey mafia type of like cat, basically. All of that wrapped in one. And really you wouldn't even know if he was Cuban unless he told you. You would really think he was Italian or some shit like that. But anyway, he was talking about, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pull on your heartstrings today again." So he starts to tell a story about how him and his daughter have been away from each other for probably like the past few days or few weeks or wherever the time period was, and they were speaking on the phone or whatever. She, was showing that she was having fun, enjoying herself over the phone. Excuse me, I'm fucking yawning. I'm boring myself. I'm boring y'all too, clearly. But uh, but he was saying basically that he been communicating with his daughter or whatever. So then they end up coming back. They the wife, the new wife that he has, and then the daughter, she's 8 years old. They come back. She busts the door open to the room where he was at after they just came back from the beach, and then she immediately starts crying, and Joey's like, what's wrong with you?" And she was like, "I miss you, Daddy. I'll never want to be away from you," et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. She went in one of those, and those type of modes, and he was obviously, melted and turned into a baby as a father. Because I mean, what father wouldn't enjoy that right there, that love and that pureness that comes from that kid? But he he basically he was saying that he felt that was the first time he didn't feel rejected. Well, not one of the few times, I should say, that he didn't feel rejected in his life, and he felt accepted because he's had a previous wife to the wife that he has now, and has a daughter as well. That he goes. This is what he says. You guys, I'm fucking kidding, but when I say this, but when I say that my daughter's dead to me, I really don't really mean that, but I mean that. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what type? It's just crazy. Like, people have very crazy family dynamics, and I mean, I can't judge them because I mean, it's I don't know their situations. I don't know what happened. I also have a crazy family dynamic, not an immediate crazy family dynamic, but my family crazy like everybody else family crazy, honestly. I mean, that's just the American way for real. Everybody got what's the fucking show on Showtime? Um what's the shit where the white dude got the black baby? Black man. I mean with the black they got the twins. One of them is like the gay Jesus and shit. Um, um, damn, what the fuck is it? And the father's name is Frank, I think. Uh, Yeah, shameless. That's what it is. See, thank you. See, you got love your women, man. They always got your back and shit like that. But yeah, shameless. Yeah, everybody family like shameless. Even though I got my bone to pick with shameless. As a matter of fact, while I'm here, I'm gonna pick it with you because I always talk to my woman about this. But see, shameless. I don't really fuck with shameless the show because it's like they took the struggle and don't get me wrong. First of all, let me give my disclaimer before I get into this, before I step on my soapbox. I'm pretty sure. See, I'm boring myself even more. I'm just fucking yawning. But the Shameless. So my bone to pick with them, and my disclaimer is that I think that white families go through this as well, and they've been going through this as well because just through historically, that's been dysfunction in white families. I mean, I'll just say it. Shit. I mean, it's been dysfunction in white families. I mean, why the fuck do we got a stereotype of the kids always saying, fuck you, mom. I hate you, dad. Fuck you, dad. Hate. No, they say, fuck you, dad, and I hate you, mom. I'm sorry. They hate the mother, but they fuck the dad. That's usually what it is. But it ain't no coincidence that that's a stereotype. So, I mean, every stereotype obviously ain't factual to every situation, but a stereotype is stereotype for reason. Like black people like chicken. Yeah, we do. Now, some that don't, but we do. But anyway, Shameless. So my issue with Shameless is that they have taken all of the struggles of the black families that they have more so created on us. For example, it's not the single mother that happens to be dysfunctional or on drugs because the father didn't be there. Now you have a single father that's dysfunctional because the woman left. Now that's some shit that happens in white communities, but a black woman typically ain't leaving they ain't leaving their babies. Now the niggas, the men, yeah, we got some shitty ass men in our community. Unfortunately, we do. But the women, nah, they ain't leaving their babies. Like it just ain't happening. Now Becky, trailer Becky, she might leave her motherfucking babies. That might, well, not might. That happens. Matter of fact, I know. Yeah, yes, I know that happens. But anyway, so Shameless basically flips that. So they give us something that's not adjacent to blackness, with which the mother leaving the kids and the father, being strung out, and then the oldest kid having to raise a dysfunctional family as she grows up. That happens in the black family all the time, but again, it's flipped. The mother might be on cocaine, or the mother might not be on drugs or nothing like that, but she is so fucking highly stressed because she got kids now, and she just got to work, or she just might just be whatever the situation is. And then the oldest kid end up having to carry the burden of raising kids while he or she is being a kid and becoming a young adult. And they took this thing, and like even with the homosexual twin that they have, it's been, don't get me wrong, it's been gay white guys and shit like that. Yet in the black community, and especially how this guy likes to because he's more of a rebel with his homosexuality, because there's different type of gay guys. I mean, it is. You got ones that act like black women, and then you got ones that act like Ron Seacrest. I don't even know if Ron Seacrest is gay, but he acts like a gay white man. Is Ron Seacrest gay? But he acts like a gay white man, so that confirms my fucking statement. So yes, Ron Seacrest is not gay, but he definitely acts like a gay white man. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, you get those two type. You and in the black community, you get two type of gay dudes too, though. You get the gay dudes that, well, it's a few type of gay dudes in the black community, real talk. Cause you'll get the motherfucking emo weird ass gay dudes that don't really talk to nobody, sit in the corner, and actually the gay dudes that's from where I'm from, they end up making fun of those type of cats. And then you get the gay dudes that I'm talking about that's making fun of the emo gay dudes that, hang out, but they beat your ass. They can fight. And they might motherfucking be in the step groups and shit like that. They might be in the step groups. And if you don't know what a step group is, if I got some white listeners and shit like that, and I'm pretty sure I will and do. How do y'all do out there? How y'all white people? How the black folks too? While I'm here, the Spanish and whatever the hell else I got out listening there. But anyway, I'm talking to the white folks right now. A step group is a dance troupe. And I might have motherfucking more confused you by saying a dance troupe. Baby, you think white people know what a dance troupe is? I'm going to take that as a no. She just laughed. So, huh? Oh, so white people know what a dance troupe is. So, yes, that's what a step group is. And they motherfucking... y'all seen the shits before. It's where Bring It On stole they shit from. They stole it from the black girls in the hood, going to parades, doing all of that shit behind caddies, doing all that shit behind Mercedes, nice cars, and all the dope boys and shit like that. That's what I seen growing up. But anyway, you got those type of gay dudes that might be in the step group that, do the shit. Instead of being beating on the bass drum, they getting the bass beat out of them. But that's a whole different conversation. But that's basically that type of gay guy. And yeah, there are three type of gay guys in the black community. You got, well, no, I'm sorry. Then you got the uppity gay black guy that like Don Lemon. You got those type of cats too. I'm sorry. The super liberal gay guy. I forgot about them. That's the three type of black gay guys that you have. And then you got the two type of white gay guys. The ones that, again, act like Ryan Seacrest, or they act like a black woman. That's you don't even get that in between emo black gay white guy. They don't do that. They don't. I don't know why. They skip that phase. They just do what they do. But what was I even talking about gay people for? Oh, Shameless. Cool. Yes. See, I'm glad I kept this door open, because I was going to close the door because I was coming out here. I was being nervous because I said, baby, I'm about to go out here, do my podcast. And, I ain't did it by myself in a long time. Last time I did a podcast probably by myself, which I'm probably going to be lying right now because this is the last time I remember. And I probably done work by myself in between time. But when I was on Periscope and Facebook, and I'm pretty sure some folks going to remember the I'm on time, you on time, it's 8:30. Say, I'm on time and you on time, it's 8:30. That was the motherfucking, I was lit on that shit. I used to have a few hundred people. Well, no, 100 people probably every episode. I was going to say a couple hundred, but I didn't mean it in that way. But I had 100 people on pretty much damn near every episode at my most consistent rate. It was pretty fun. It was cool. I was talking about Bitcoin at the time. This was like 2017. You can go look it up on my YouTube. I mean, not YouTube, actually. On my Facebook. They still on the Facebook under FlyShadeRay might be. I ain't for sure. But yeah, you can check it out there if you care to do so. But continuing, Shameless. So they sit up here and they have basically took the black struggle, made it white, and put it on Showtime. And I don't fuck with that. I don't appreciate that. And it got a lot of, and then the only black people that they got in the show are a black woman dating a white guy. And then Frank, for whatever, white men got this power in Hollywood or in white people's mind, because a lot of this white, first of all, let me tell y'all something about white privilege while I'm on privilege and shit, while I'm about to speak on this so-called white privilege. White privilege only exists amongst white people. If you dealing with white people and dealing with white established establishment, white privilege exists. Now, on the daily, most of us are dealing with that on majority of the level. So I'm not. I don't want to be naive or dispute that. Yet, that privilege only exists within them. Like, white privilege don't exist to somebody that don't give a fuck about that. You feel me? So people gotta understand that shit. You hold the power on who has privileges within your society and within your life. Again, of course, white people gonna have privilege amongst themselves, which again, I don't honestly see nothing wrong with that, because black people should give privileges amongst themselves. Spanish people need to give privilege amongst themselves. Asian people need to give privilege amongst themselves. Indian people need to get a privilege amongst themselves. Native American people need to give them, you know what the fuck I'm trying to get at. I sound like a fucking, like I'm campaigning to run against Trump or some shit next year in 2024 or something. But y'all get what I'm saying. Everybody need to be able to do that. But anyway, dang, I lost my train of thought right there. White privilege. There we go. See, there we go. See, I'm glad. I'm gonna keep this door open. I'm gonna keep this door open until I get real good at this shit. But yeah, white privilege only exists within white people, man. It's just as simple as that. But anyway, with Frank, Hollywood gave this white shitty ass man, because he's a low life. He's trailer park trash. I'm not even gonna sit up there and act like he ain't. Just like if he was a nigga and he wasn't taking care of his kid, I'm gonna call him he's a baby daddy. You feel me? But you don't want to be that. But anyway, Frank, and he got a black son. These are the only two black people on there. Got to be dealing with a white man, and then a white man got a black son. Not a mixed son, a black son. Where the fuck they do that at? Like, Hollywood got the balls to say, yo, you know what? We gonna skip having him to have a mixed son and a white one. No, we just gonna make sure that Frank got a black son. Whether it's actually his son or not, which I don't think that it's actually his son, because I'm pretty sure somebody gonna be in the comments like, hey, dumbass, that's not actually his son. Frank doing that for taxes or some shit. See, then they did a DNA test, and that's actually Frank's son. See, that's the bullshit that I'm talking about, that Hollywood like to push, and then other people perpetuate that, saying, oh, look at white privilege. No, that's some dumbass shit. I'm not going to say that's a privilege. What the fuck type of privilege is that? So as a black person, you want white kids? You don't want mixed kids, you want white kids. That's the privilege you want? Fucking exactly. You sound like a fucking dumbass. The fuck privilege is that? But I'm just saying that's the privilege that they fake gave them. They want to give Frank this weird ass power and shit. And my camera about to cut out, but I'm gonna make sure I keep this shit going. There we go. But yeah, they give Frank this weird ass fucking power and shit. And I mean, it's some weird shit. I recognize it. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't really fuck with Shameless like that. It's just some weird ass liberal fake freedom fighter show. They got a fucking gay dude that is like the gay messiah. Like what type of liberals are that disrespectful to Christians that like they're gonna do that. Like, and don't get me wrong, I think that it's bullshit that there's an issue with sodomy in the Bible. I mean, no, I don't think that's bullshit, matter of fact. I mean, that's what I don't make the fucking rules. They made the rules. I don't have any opinion about that, actually. So let me take that back. I don't think that that's bullshit. I don't give a fuck what that is. I don't care about what that's what the Bible says. I didn't make the rules. If you don't think that that's okay for you, for your lifestyle, don't fucking fuck with the Bible. Cool. That's on, do what you want to do. Tell God he going to hell. That's what you need to do. Not me. I'm not going to say the shit is bullshit because I don't feel that way. But anyway, so you have this religion, Christianity, that has Jesus as its Messiah. This 33-year-old or 32-year-old virgin and shit that created miracles. and happen to be the guy's son. And then on Shameless, they are making a mockery of that by having a white gay guy that is basically the messiah to the gay people. Like what he does is he basically fights against the system and shit like that. Just do some. He had like a church and shit. It was just some fucking weird shit, man. Like I'm just looking at the show because at the time when I got put on to it, my parents was watching it, and I'm just looking at. I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking weird, man. Like, don't get me wrong. It does have its comical moments. It's funny. It's entertaining. But my fucking twisted mind. Sometimes I can't enjoy shit just to enjoy it. I always gotta look at the deep shit. I always gotta go there, and sometimes I fucking go there. And I went there with Shameless, and I don't fuck with it. That's what happened. I went there. I probably shouldn't have went there, and I might have liked the show, but I went there. But yeah, that's why I don't fuck with Shameless. I said all that to say that's why I don't fuck with Shameless. I might name this episode I said all that to say, because I done said that a few times. And then I really understand how long-winded I am when I want to say something simple, something that could be something that could be said very concise, but I want to, just do it how I'm doing right now. Say a bunch of nothing to say something simple. The nerve of me. Oh yeah, that's another thing. You know what? I hate when people start off a sentence by saying, you know what, or not even just, you know what, asking you a question that they know you don't have a fucking answer to. Just basically how I just did. I sat there and said, yo, you know what? You know what I hate? You know that fucking bothers me? People they say it all the time. It's crazy. Like, no, I don't know. Like, do you really want me to answer that question? You don't. So why when did that become? And how did that become? To ask rhetorical questions to start a conversation. Why don't you just, shit, now, because I do that myself, and now I'm sitting up here thinking of different ways to say what I want to say without saying that, and it's fucking hard. It's difficult. Because I want to say, you know what, because it's the fucking perfect way, actually, to lure somebody in to tell them about fucking nothing. Some shit they probably don't even give a fuck about, but you care about it. Hey, man, you know what? Japan just went to the moon yesterday. They don't care about that shit. Like, that's the shit you care about. But you want to, lure somebody in. So I guess that's just the point of that. You know what I was thinking about? No, I don't. I don't. I do that to Nicole all the time. She always says, you know what I was thinking? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't. I do not know what you were thinking. But you're going to tell me, though. And then she goes to tell me. And it's usually some cool shit. But that's what got me onto that. I'm going to, structure that better and actually make that funny one day. But right now, obviously, that wasn't funny at all. But I'm just saying that's just some shit that definitely ticks me off. That you know what shit. Now again, I'm one of those people that do it. But I need to figure out a solution to saying that, to starting that off. I need a new attention grabber, AGD. I think that's what attention grabbing detail. Yeah, that's what it is. Because I learned that in, I think, either middle school or elementary school in literature, language arts. I get that's actually what the subject was called, the AGD. The attention grabbing detail. I need an attention grabbing sentence to say. You know what? Other than that bullshit, I'm getting tired of that. You know what I'm getting tired of? I'm getting tired of you know what I'm getting tired of. That's what the fuck I'm getting tired of. That's what you know what. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say. oh yeah. I was on Twitter today, and the conversation of one of the greatest albums of my childhood was brought up. The Emancipation of Mimi. Baby, you can be mine again. Baby, you can be mine. Ooh. Yeah. But anyway, that album got brought up on Twitter today. And listen, it erupted a great conversation. Basically, we were trying to pull out the albums that our parents used to, or not even just albums, but songs that our parents used to bump back when we were kids that were fucking classics. And I remember my mom playing that whole album, The Emancipation of Mimi, so fucking much. Listen, I damn near know every word to that whole album. No bullshit. I remember me and Nicole was going on a road trip, and she wanted to play an album and shit, and she didn't know or thought that I would want to listen to the shit. She ended up playing it. The album was The Emancipation of Mimi. Listen, when I tell you that I fucking blew her out the motherfucking car, she had to put the windows down. I was singing so fucking loud. Like, it was beautiful. It was like a jaybird in the car. Like, it was beautiful. Sung the whole album to her. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that probably like turned her on. She never said that or anything like that, but I'm definitely sure that probably was the reason we had some fun that night. I don't know. Baby, we can be good. Baby, we can be good. One of the other songs that I remember when I was a kid that my pops used to play though back in the day was Carl Thomas from the Emotional album. The Emotional album by Carl Thomas was fucking amazing. Amazing. The first like 3 or 4 songs is fucking crazy, and then he holds, and I think that Summer Rain was the song that's what I'm talking about. I think that was a B-side. I don't even think that Summer Rain was a single. What's up? Can you? I'm gonna actually look that up really quickly, unless I don't have my phone. Oh, no, I got my phone on me. Let me check. Hold up. Let me see if Summer Rain was the single. Baby, could be my summer rain. Let me see my camera messing up. Let me see. I don't mind if you rain forever. Rain, rain, let it rain. Let me see. I'm trying to get the Cameroni right. I don't know. This shit might be fucked up. I might have half a recording on audio and all the audio and half video. I might need to end this shit probably soon. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm like 50 minutes in. I don't want to cut too much video off. Ladies and gentlemen, this is FlyShadeRayTV. Had to cut this thing